Um, so Steve asked me to talk a little bit about grading
Off camera.
off camera. Many things are happening off camera.
Yes, exactly. Dressing up like Buddy,
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy.
Also
She
Ron
has to
Burgundy.
deal with a lot of crazy
There's
stuff with me.
a lot of crazy stuff.
Yes.
I'm just glad to have regular Steve today.
Yes, I know.
So
am I.
So Steve asked me to talk about grading a little bit. How would I grade this lesson? So I talked a little bit about in StudySync, here's our rubric here. And one of the things that I think is really important, and this is not an ELD thing, this is a junior high thing, is to involve kids in scoring. And I tried to move away from the word grade to the word score and to the word feedback, right? So we're going to give you feedback. So I'm going to let the kids know this is our goal. This is where we want to be at the end. And then I'm going to have them look at where they are. So giving them a minute to say, okay, I could do this at a 4, at a 3, a 2, or a 1. I think a 4-point rubric is kind of tough on junior high kids. So I always just use a 3-point rubric. And I say, okay, fist to 3 instead of fist to 5. If you can do this confidently, give yourself a 3. If you feel like you need more practice, give yourself a 2. If you feel like you still don't understand the concept, give yourself a 1. And I'm doing that all day long. I'm doing that constantly with kids in every concept area, in every new piece of instruction. I'm using fist to 3. Just think, and I don't ever let them use a fist, because fist means you didn't listen. And if there's a fist, that's the only time you get a 0 for that assignment. So fist to 3. And then I just take a quick read of that class or a quick read of their feedback. And then I just mark that for myself where they think they are in general. That's not a grade, but it is information that I need. For in-class work like this, where it's a lesson and they're with me, if they are with me and they've completed it, then they get, in my book, a positive score. So I just give a plus or a minus.
Okay.
And then actual grading comes from, to me, meeting the timeline of assignments, meeting the spirit of the assignment, and then the rubric that we use to grade. So with lessons where they're with me, and one of the things as a teacher I believe is student engagement is my job. So I can't grade them down if they're not engaged, because it's teaching me or telling me that I'm not engaging them. So I try to be really careful with in-class teaching not to give a grade for that, but I do want feedback, and sometimes I do want to score, something that I can mark in my grade book, like this worked, this didn't work. Steve is a plus because he was with me today. Steve is a minus because he wasn't, just because that gives me feedback as a teacher. So I hope that answers the question about grading in this particular sense. And I think we'll do like a 3-minute thriller to talk about grading when you have a grade that you're going to put on a report card.
Yes.
And what that means for English learners.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, yeah, thanks. Sorry if it was a shaky cam. It's kind of a Jason Bourne
You know what?
direction
Yeah.
here, because my arm's starting to shake.
We don't have the budget for a steady cam.
No.
So unfortunately, Steve's arm is our steady cam.
That's it. Yeah, that's all we got. Unfortunately, that's all
Your
we got.
arm's more steady than mine.
Right.